So here we go. First part of my Paris blog, night before the flight, and I just wanted to show you my chic bag that I will be carrying around Paris. Just the right size to put stuff in. That's the purse that's got my euros in. There's my passport and my documents all ready for tomorrow. Flying really early, well 8:10 in the morning from the airport. I'm just going to hide my knickers. I'm just going to hide my knickers from you. Then I thought I would show you my decants. So I've chosen just 5, I think. Rien Intense Incense, Etat Libre d'Ange. That's really strong incensey fragrance, but with sweetness as well. Zerjoff's 1861, Pomelo Paradis. In here there's some Sleep Not from 4160 Tuesdays, and then another 4160 Tuesdays. This is Oh My Soul. It's a bit blurred, but it is Oh My Soul sample. So that is enough to keep me going for 2 nights in Paris. So that's my packing pretty much done. I'm gonna get myself to bed and up super early in the morning. I haven't decided on my scent of the day for tomorrow just yet, so I'll let you know. Hi, so I'm at Gatwick Airport, just waiting for the man to come and take my car. It's a bit mad here, lots going on. Well, you can't really, nothing going on right now, but lots of cars keep passing, parking, stopping. I'm wearing, much more importantly, I've got my Tom Ford Neroli Portofino body spray on and Tom Ford Venetian Bergamot. I thought I needed to smell fresh and clean whilst travelling, because you do have to sit near people quite often, and I wanted to smell polite rather than anything a bit bizarre or weird. So that's what I'm wearing, and hopefully the duty-free shops will be open and I'll be able to sniff some stuff before I get my flight. So I'll catch you in just a mo. Hello, so I'm in my hotel room. I can't talk loud because the walls are paper thin. I just heard someone having a very intense conversation in French. I say intense, it was emotional, but I couldn't understand a word of it. So I don't want to speak too loud. I've had a wonderful day in Paris so far. Long day, I was up at 3:30 this morning, so I have had a nap. I'm getting old, I'm allowed a nap. I'm just ready now to go out. As you can see, I'm dressed very casual. I'm not going out on the town as such. I'm just gonna go and try and chill and have a few glasses of wine, but I'm not anticipating night clubbing, let's just say that. So to tell you about my day, at duty free I smelt some frags I've never smelt before. So the Maison Lancôme line, I had a decant of jasmine marzipan, but I never tried the others. So on one wrist I had Rose Barbaranza, and on the other was the other rose one, which I can't remember what it's called now. It's a rose and it's a gourmand word, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, I wrote a couple of notes about them. So Rose Barbaranza started out fizzy, like a rose lemonade, but then it kind of got nutty and creamy, lots of vanilla, very edible, some kind of patchouli or something rich and almost oudi like for a short time. But then I noticed it just got really cloying. It was just so strong. It was only on one wrist, but I kept smelling it. It was annoying me on the aeroplane. It was just too much. The other one, actually, Rose whatever it was called, was a bit lighter. It came off a bit fresher to start with. It still had a nutty aspect to it, but more of an almondy nuttiness. I didn't like it quite as much as Rose Barbaranza at first, but I've written down it's a grower. So it did grow on me. It did get better. There was a green sort of freshness to it as well, but it was much lighter, and it didn't feel like it competed at all with Rose Barbaranza, and it kind of got a bit nondescript on my wrist. So both of those, I think they will appeal to rose gourmand lovers, but they were just not quite right for me, not quite my taste. The Rose Barbaranza, if you really like your frags heavy, rich and sweet, then it could be for you. It reminded me a little bit of Traversée du Bosphore from L'Artisan, so maybe worth checking out if that is your bag. Wandered around Paris, I had some lovely food, found this crazy tiny little micro bistro, I guess you would call it. I had some fabulous sort of slow cooked pork and frites with a beautiful aromatic kind of gravy. There was a star anise on the plate and it kind of flavoured all the pork. It was really lovely. So lovely food. I made it to a few boutiques. I went to Jovoy and tried a couple from their own line, Jovoy Paris. What was it called? There's one, it's a limited edition, hashtag something, and then it says Italy. It's Ylang Ylang. It smelled very coconutty. I tried that on one wrist. I loved the opening. The opening was absolutely stunning, but then it kind of reminded me of quite a few coconutty sunscreen kind of fragrances, and went from the to buy list and then it came off the to buy list. So that was an interesting one, well worth checking out. The other one, I should try, I'll put the name up. Something kind of a bit ambiguous. Something a bit like, yeah, it's a meh name, if you know what I mean. I'll put it up on the, you know, there or something, which I really liked. It reminded me a little bit of Tobacco Rose in the really sexy, salty, savoury nature of it. But it was a little bit loud. It was really overbearing actually on my skin. It was worth trying, but actually that's not on the to buy list either. I went to Place Vendôme Guerlain. It was beautiful in there. The store's got some beautiful displays. I'll show you them in just a mo. I'll put them up in with this video. I felt a bit intimidated, if I'm completely honest with you. There was a shop lady stood right by me the whole time I was sniffing and made me feel like I couldn't just go for it. I felt like she was watching me, and I don't know. I did ask her a few questions, but you know when you just don't get that feeling, you don't get that warmth. Some shop assistants you can really chat to and enjoy their company, but I just found her presence a little bit intimidating. Maybe because she was so tall and blonde and I'm not, but I don't know. Because I especially came to Paris for Guerlain, so I think the fact that that was a little bit of a letdown, that store. I mean, the store itself is beautiful. I found out that they won't sell Bois d'Harmonie in a B bottle in that particular store. I have to check the other store, I think, and see if they will. If not, I might get a Bois d'Harmonie in the 75ml. They also do all the travel sizes. I might get a travel size for something else as well. I did ask about Shalimar Soufflé de Parfum in a B bottle, but it was something like 300 euros for the, I can't remember what it was now, for the coloured B bottle. It seemed quite a lot for a normal designer fragrance, so that's a definite no. And when I just made a light-hearted comment that you're better to just buy the normal bottle, and she kind of shrugged, and you know, it was just a bit like, not that interested, don't care. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like she looked at me and said, well, you're wasting my time, you're not going to spend your money. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but just didn't feel that great in there. Hoping the Champs-Élysées store, which I'm going to tomorrow, will be better. Fingers crossed. What else? I went to Parfum de Marly. They've got their own little standalone store. Tried Safnad, I think it's called. I liked it on first impressions. I actually put some up here, and then after about half an hour it started getting cloying to me. It's an orange blossom fragrance, and sometimes when they're heavily orange blossom they can get a bit cloying to my nose, and this one did. I couldn't wait to get home and shower actually. It was really getting on my nerves that much. Along with everything I had on my wrists, it was all just a bit much. So it was really nice to shower it all off and start again. And that brings me on to my scent of the night. So decided to go with 160s Tuesdays Oh My Soul. So here we go. This is a warm, ambery, cognac, booze cupboard, woodsy, cozy, sexy fragrance. So that's what I'm wearing for my evening out in Paris. Wish me luck. So I've come to Place Vendôme, just trying to find the Guerlain boutique, and thought I would share some footage of this lovely square with you all. It's very quiet around here. Well, apart from the traffic. Will you say hello? Say bonjour? Thank you. So I'm back from my night out. I went for a good old walk, sat outside one bar where I had a glass of wine, and it was a really lovely glass of wine. I was a bit worried because they had me pick from a chalkboard, and it said £25 or €25 for this wine, and I assumed I was going to get the bottle, and then they brought me out a glass. So I was really worried that one glass of wine was costing me €25. Luckily, it was €6. Normally, I'd be thinking €6, wow, one drink, that's quite a lot. Even in this day and age, when you do actually have to pay these prices. But I actually felt like I got a bargain because I was thinking, shit, this is €25 for a glass of wine. So thankfully it wasn't, and I really enjoyed it. So I sat outside. I'll show you the footage now. Yeah, it wasn't the nicest environment because it's quite a busy road still, but anyway, it was quite nice. Then I had a bit more of a wander. I couldn't find a bar that I felt comfortable going in. They were either really, really busy, or they were sort of quite quiet or foodie, you know, just couples having sophisticated, quiet, well-behaved meals. There was no in-between, and I need in-between because I'm on my own at the moment. So I've ended up coming back to my hotel, and I went to a supermarket type place, bought this. It was less than €4. This is the only one that had a screw top, so this is pretty much the only bottle I could get because I haven't got a bottle opener. So I'm going to have a couple of glasses of that. I've got leftover dinner. In there is greasy pizza, because there's a pizza place down the road that's recommended on TripAdvisor. Okay, not very French, but sorry, I just wanted somewhere casual. You just sit at a bar where they make the pizza. It's not a restaurant, it's not even a cafe really, not much. So I just wanted somewhere casual to get some food and cheap. So €10 got me 2 massive slices of pizza, a couple of bits of garlic bread and a Diet Coke. Could only manage one, that's why I've got another one. But I might have a little nibble now. So that's it really. And my fragrance, still going very strong. The booziness is less intense, although it's most definitely there. To me, it's like putting your head inside an old antique drinks cabinet that's housed really expensive cognacs. And that is really it, the woods, the age, and the cognac. It smells expensive, classy, historical, interesting. So that was Oh My Soul. Oh My Soul, sorry about that. So that's it for now. I'm gonna drink my wine, maybe nibble on my pizza. Oh, and I got some biscuits. Where did I put those buggers? Let's have a look. Oh, here they are. So I did get some biscuits in the shop. French brand Bon Maman. You can get these in England, or you can get the brand in England. They make really lovely jams. But I thought I'd try these butter biscuits. So I'll let you know how they go. Hello, I'm outside Galeries Lafayette. I've just had a lovely time in there. They've got amazing selection of frags. Kilian, Le Labo. It's so noisy, I'm so sorry. Ex Niholo. I've always wanted to try sweet morphine, so I've got a sample of sweet morphine from the lovely man on that counter. There's also a Guerlain counter with loads of great stuff, including L'Art et Matière and Les Parisiennes collection. It's really nice in there, so I recommend if you're in Paris a trip to Lafayette.